Good morning, welcome back to Life of Dave. It's Tuesday, we're back down the boat. Got myself some angle, about 90-degree angle, preformed fiberglass sheets. So I'm going to start making up me lockers for the other side and get them done. Still got me mould there that I made, so I'll get that out in the mould, cut these to size and get them ready. And then we're going to get on with a bit more sanding, get this lot prepped up, ready to make them and get them stuck in. Mask on, chop this up. Right, so we've got 3 of them cut out. The idea of these is to give me that rounded edge that we've got on there. These are supposed to be 90 degrees, but they're a little off. I'm kind of hoping that we can sort of make them fit. Put that to bend into there, pin it down, glass it, or wedge them all down, pre-bend them slightly. A little off, it ain't going to matter too much. Point that down slightly. Bit of a pain. They're not quite 90 degrees, and they should be. I've got to cut a couple of inches on the top. And the bottom's got a bit of an angle to it. Not too bad. I'm hoping I can clamp it and work that out. Front side, I'm going to use the larger edge on the front side, so it basically gives me more of an even finish across the front rather than having it sort of halfway down the door. Doesn't make much difference, either way it's got to be made up with glass. These ones I cut down so that it was down the bottom. I might do the same with that. Might be easier. Pretty much a totally different angle altogether anyway, isn't it? Right. So I've got my front side. See, that's the bottom. That's going to go in there. I need to press that in slightly just to get it to bend to 90 degrees. So what I'll probably do is put a clamp on it either end to hold that in place so that it stays there. Once I get some more glass on it and it sets, that will hold it rigid in that position. So that's my plan anyway. So the mould needs a good old polish. We need some beeswax on there, get that polished up. So I've made a few for this now. I've got to make 3 more. So it's done the 3 on that side. I've got to do the 3 for this side. And hopefully it will survive that long. I don't think I'm going to have time today to make any of these up because I need to gel coat that. That's got to be cleaned up, polished, let it dry, Then I've got to gel coat it and let the gel coat dry before I put that on and clamp it in place so that the front of that comes out gel coated, you know. Then I've got to glass it, and I think all that is just going to take too long because it's already 12 o'clock, nearly 12 o'clock. But it means I've got all my stuff to do that, you know, so I can get on with that soon and get that done, get these made. I've got 3 of them to make. I've got a little bit of spare as well, so we've got enough if we need it to make anything else. But for now, I need to get the other side sanded and prepped ready for this to go in. I'll say if I fix that in there, that will give me a little overhang there. I'll keep the glass up here, so I'll have to, you know, if I want to use the end or cut it off, you know, I can. But what I found is where they butt up against each other, on the underside especially, you know, because it's going around a curve, you put one next to the other one, basically like that, you get a gap, you know, so they end up with a V coming out of there. So if I can extend that a little bit, so I'll make that come out at an angle, you know, across there, that will fill some of it, so I've only got to fill a little hole and then glass it over. Anyway, there we go, that's my idea anyway. So if we've got a little overhang, I don't have to maybe use all of that, but I'll keep a little bit there and I can trim it to size once they're in place. So hopefully that'll work. We can clamp that into there and get them done. But there we go. Right, that's not happening today anyway, so I'm going to pop them out of the way. But I've got my stuff, so we can get on with that soon. Get this polished up, get them made, ready to go in the other side. But today is going to be sanding. So again, I'm not going to film it all because you know, I've already got loads of videos of me sanding it. And the last time I was down here, I was sanding it, and I've still got more sanding to do. You can see all the runs where it all run off the top and drip down there. Yeah, I've got to sand all that out, clean it all up, and basically get all this prepped and ready so that once I've made them lockers, I can fix them in place and then glass them in, and then I'm going to have to ferret out. So I'm not going to do too much with this. This has got to be sanded so I can glass to it. Pretty much that's it really. I'm not going to prep it up so it all looks nice just yet, because I'm going to have more resin running down here and whatnot and all the rest of it, you know, make a mess. But if I can get it all cleaned up, and then like this side, I'm going to tape up some sheets over it so that I don't completely keep ruining everything that's there. Once I've got these top lockers done and in place, then I'm going to start prepping these fully ready for painting. And this side, they both need a little bit of fairing and sanding, get them looking nice. And I've got to do the underside of the seating in the bilge area down there. We'll tidy that up and grey it. I'm not going to go mad down there. That's going to be a little bit of a grind or sand or whatever, just to clean it all up. We've got some excess resin here. I'll leave that in. I'll just clean it up. As long as it ain't brittle and it's going to snap out, we'll just sand it up and we'll paint over that. That will help. Any water goes in there won't sit in there now, it will run straight down, which is what I was sort of thinking of doing anyway, but it's sort of done it for me. So and then we've got a major clean up. I've got to get rid of all this dust. Look, that is all dust. All that's all dust. So that's all got to go. We've got to have a clean up down there. Right, that's me done for now. I'm going to get sanded and I'll be back later, show you what I've done. I'm not going to keep filming the sanding because I've got loads of videos of me doing all that to edit already. So I'm going to crack on now and I'll show you how we're getting on. Okay, that's me done for a bit. I'm going to go do some lunch. It's about 1 o'clock now. I've been sanding for a couple of hours. I am melting. It's dusty, I'm sweating. It's slow going, that's for sure. So we've done about halfway. You know, I've gone just over halfway, but about halfway of it is done reasonably properly. So yeah, I've done top to bottom, all the way along there, up to about this line here. So we've just started to touch this bit, but it's not finished yet. So we've still got some rough spots here, so I've got to finish that and then moving on. Then we've got that half which is really rough,
And I haven't even touched the top under here or down there yet. You know, all this up here has got to be flatted. That's all got to be done. But yeah, I just thought, well, while we're all covered in dust, we'll get on with it and get it all done. So it's nearly there. There's a few little spots that it hasn't got, you know, little low spots. So I'll just run over them by hand and clean that lot up. I'll say this is going to have a skim of filler over it still, so I'll mix up some resin and powder to go over that to flatten it all off. But I've still got a glass in the lockers, so until I'm ready to do that, there's no point in finishing all of it. So we'll just get this roughly done, then we'll get the lockers made and glassed in place, then we'll skim it all with filler, you know, and get it all sanded again. So there's a lot of sanding left to do, but that's just the way it goes. Right, I've got to get this lot finished, so I'm going to have some lunch first and I'll be back in a bit. Right, I'm nearly done. I've done most of it. I've just got this end bit to finish. I'm halfway there. Just this bit down the bottom I've not really touched too much yet, so let's get on with that. Right, there we go, that's about there. Oh. There we are. So we've been right over that from front to back now. Bar the top section up here and around the window. And I haven't finished this little strip at the end. I've got to move all my stuff and get into that. Probably have to go over this little corner with a bit of paper by hand. I'll sort of hit it from here and there, but just to make sure there's no shiny spots on it. A little bit of a clean up down there, and we'll have to get the little belt sander out or the grinder or something, and we'll clean all this up down here. I'm not going to do that now, that's a job for another day. But we've got most of it. I've done the top of the little knocks that I've glassed in. These are for my seats, so that the wood sits from here across to there. Because before it literally only sat on there and there, and it sort of rested into the lip here, and it would slip and fall down, you know, so yeah, I wasn't happy with that. So I altered it. I put a couple of little knocks in for the seats to sit on. Whew, God, it's hot now. Right, that's about it for today. Yeah, it's pretty much there. You can see there's a few little shiny spots. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go by hand and just rough these up, get rid of most of it. I don't think I'm going to get every little bit. I can keep sanding back through that a little bit more. It's really hard going. What I don't want to do is remove the glass, so I've taken that back to the glass in a couple of places. Or it's the resin. It's not really showing any glass fibres as such. So I think it's just into the resin there. But that is effectively going to get back to the glass anyway. Yeah, so I can take this back a wee bit more if I give it a bit more sanding, but that's still a lot more work, you know, a lot more sanding. I'm burning through the paper. I've used quite a few sheets today. I've got a load of dust to clean up. I've got to get rid of that in a minute. But yeah, now she's nearly there. Like I say, little hand sand, nib off these bits, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some resin and some powder, and we'll coat all that ready for a final sanding, which hopefully sands a lot easier than this stuff anyway. Yeah, I'll get it all prepped. I've still got to finish the top before I resin it up, but then yeah, what we'll do is we'll resin it up. I'll sand the top area so that it's prepped ready to glass the lockers in once they're made, but I won't bother sanding the bottom yet, because any mess that comes down there is just going to ruin it. So I'll wait until it's all done. Then we'll sand this side, sand that side, just finish it off. I think this side's pretty much there. Now the top section's pretty good. It's a little rough. We could put a little more filler on there. So that's where I glassed that bottom in down to there. Yeah, so we might have a little edge to get rid of, whatnot, blah blah blah. So we'll have to clean everything up, sand it all down, double check it. But I'm going to work my way down so the top's all done. Get this side done, lockers in, that done. Then we'll do the sides down here, both sides. Then we're down to the bottom. So I just want to fill in that bit below the door, around the side here, and we're done in here. You know, I've got all my cupboards and everything made. Once this side's in, that's it. Then it's ready to paint. A couple of coats gel coat, one without and one with wax, and we should be done. Then it's outside, do the paint work, cut the hatch out, get the hatch fixed in, sort the windows, blah blah blah. Yeah, wire it up. Let's have a clean up down there, look. Alright, let's clear this up, look. Got a lot of dust down here now. There we go, look. That's nearly half of it. There's a lot of dust. Let's get something to put that in, because I was going to drop that everywhere. Let's get rid of that. Got a lot of dust in here, look. We'll get rid of some of it, keep it a bit cleaner. Well, if only we could sell this dust. I'll make a fortune. Oh, take that. Top leftover gel coat, look. Just spill out so we can clean that, use that again next time. So I'm ready at that sort of point. We'll get the hoover in there and clean it up properly. As you can see, that's a few handfuls of dust there. Get that outside. Less of it blowing around whilst I'm working in. Glass here that's stuck to the floor, but not quite polished it, just get rid of most of it, so that's it. Right, there we go, so that's half of the dust out anyway. Keep it a bit less dusty in here, less chance it's blowing around. Alright, thank you all for watching us, Dave. I'll be back next time. Bye for now.